So obviously, there's an election coming up.
Yes.
Just round the corner.
The new job.
Seriously, if you did run, I mean, I'd vote for you.
Good on you,
All
brother.
these
Thanks.
boys would vote for you. What if you got in? What if you did?
I'm gonna get in.
What if you were running the country, Ingrid?
If I was running the country, I mean, apart from the fact that I need a lot of expert advice, but I think it's too big a job to just say, well, it's down to sort of like the simplicity of life, but it really is. I mean, there's certain things about. It's like, you read in the paper every day and you hear it on talkback radio and you hear it, people like, playing pool the other day in a pub and you just go down the mall, and people stop you in the street and they want to talk about stuff and they say, well, what's happened to, why aren't they looking after us? Yeah, that's fundamental. Yeah, that's basic.
Yeah,
and that's
you're in touch.
Well, that's the reason I want. That's like when I say I want to go into politics, I kind of felt like, well, that's where I'm headed. That's my destiny anyway. And I felt that years and years ago, 10 years ago, I knew I'd end up doing what I'm doing. But the thing about it is that we've got to get people into Parliament, and I'm at this stage of my life, I'm well suited to do this, and who just have a common voice. And I want to talk about common people and common ideals and common values and like
real people.
Yeah, and real stuff that matters. Like I mean, I'm not a dispassionate person. I think I've proven that. But there's people going without in this country. And before I start taking care of the poor of the world, which I don't think is our job, but I think we've got to contribute, no doubt about it. But I'd rather send teams of military people or teams of well-intentioned citizens over there and fund them, and so they can build infrastructure and like material stuff. I don't want to throw money at them just continuously because it doesn't solve anything. So besides, that money could be well spent here. I mean, they're closing down hospital beds every day. People are standing in lines or being put in lines, and they've got to wait 2 or 3 years for a heart transplant. They'll be dead before they get a shot. So that's fuck all use to anyone. Pardon my language.
And I think the irony, you would probably be in charge of the police force. So I think that's
most people. I've just finished a course called CAP, where for 1 day a month, a single day in every month, so it's 4 times a month, right? And they take citizens and they take them. It's called CAP, and it's Citizens Appreciation Police program, and you go through and for 1 day, for 4 days out of a month, you go through and you learn what it is to be, what police do, and it's an amazing program. But my difficulties with the police force were when I was quite young, and so I've long been a supporter of having been on the other end of it. And haven't been steered in the right direction. When I was a kid, police were allowed to do things like that. These days, it's a bit sort of all politically correct, and they're not left alone to do a good job, or do as good a job as they possibly can. Because I know they can. But I've always been supportive of law and order. Because without it, we're not a decent society.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah.
Did you have a fish named Sam?
No.
Okay. Your favourite AC/DC album?
Highway to Hell.
Your favourite Rose Tattoo album?
Scarred. Well, I don't know. See.
Yeah, I know it's difficult.
Yeah. The first album have to be, I suppose, in a nostalgic sense. But Scarred for me is a great album.
Okay. Yep. Favourite pub in Australia?
Favourite
pub in Australia?
Ooh, Eddie, it's like, saying what's your favourite chip. Any pub. I tell you what really pisses me off. I was in a pub not so long ago, and I went into the bar and I said, I want a Carlton Draft, and they said, well, we don't have a Carlton Draft. I said, all right, give us a, went through a couple. I said, how about a Bose? And they didn't sell Australian beer. Can you fucking believe that? Didn't sell Australian beer, and it was in an Australian pub. So that's my least favourite pub.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. So that's the answer?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Any pub. Belrose Bowling Club.
Okay.
It's not a pub.
Is that Melbourne or?
Belrose, near Sydney. Yeah.
Oh, Sydney.
Yeah. But they've got great beer. Great beer on tap.
Australian beer.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Carlton Draft, made from beer.
All right, and just kind of final question: what is a bogan to you, Angry? How would you define a bogan?
You look at it one.
Give us more. I know that. What makes you a bogan?
I don't know. You're looking at one.
Yeah. That's the answer.
That's it.
Okay, no worries. All right, mate.
She's doing all this arty shit.
I thought you could have expanded on that.
No. This is what you see is what you get.